Welcome back to my channel, and thanks for joining me. If this is your first time here, I'm glad you found us. If you take a second and hit that like and subscribe button down at the bottom, that would just make my day. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Mondo Two-Face figure from the Batman animated series line that they've been working on. They have slowly but surely been working through most of the villains from this show, including some pretty large-scale ones. And Two-Face has been a much anticipated figure. So let's get the box off the turntable, take a look at him. Starting with the box art, Mondo does these kind of portrait-style front art pieces, which I really like. They're simple, but they are very effective, and in the style of the animation. Around the side, Two-Face, and very cleverly, Two-Face reflected, but it's backwards. At the bottom, the Batman and the WB logo, and telling you it's a 1/6 figure. On the back, some credits and the Batman animated series logo. I find that kind of funny. It says this is not a toy, but it's pretty clearly a toy, even if a really expensive one. And on the other side, in the black, now we have white Two-Face with the reflected name. It is simple but effective box art. Let's take the clamshell out. Here's what you get inside the box, the figure, a lot of his accessories. We're going to take a closer look at that in a minute. But first, let's get Harvey Dent out here and take a look at him. Here's Two-Face out of his clamshell, and first impressions, he looks like the model sheet from the animated show. We'll take a look at the details here in just a minute, but first we're going to see what else Mondo decided to give us with him, and this should be fun. Here's everything he comes with. Mondo is very good at giving you episode-specific accessories, and we're going to take a look at that. We're going to start off with his display base. This is common for all their Batman animated figures, although the yellow in the Batman oval has a tendency to change shade. He has an adjustable crotch grabber, yellow tips at the end, and it's a simple, effective Batman base. Now we're going to take a look at the Dynamite stack, which is simple. All the accessories are simple. They're done in the animation style, but you do see the wicks on the front and the detonator on the side. Speaking of the detonator, he also comes with the detonator. Both the dynamite and the detonator are from Season 2, Episode 15, Second Chances. It's a simple sculpt, but it looks like it did in the animation. Next up, you have a lighter. It's simply molded plastic. It does not move in any way, but it does come with like a little painted flame. And this would be from Season 2, Episode 6, The Trial. You get a machine gun. This is from Two-Face Part 2, which would be Season 1, Episode 11. It looks like the Tommy gun he uses through most of the series, but again, it's just pretty much simply molded plastic. The same thing can be said for the pistols. These would be from Season 1, Episode 46, I Almost Got Him. And they're identical, but all of his accessories really fall into that animation style. You get a straitjacket and like a second body to go in the straitjacket. The straitjacket is made of rubber. It's very soft, very flexible, and it looks like everything else from the animated show. This would also be from the episode Second Chances. They do give you a second body to plug in. We'll show you how that works in a little bit. It does have a little bit of articulation, but the straitjacket does hinder that, obviously. But when you put the body in, you can put the head on the top of it. Taking a look at his hands, they're the blocky animated style hands. You get relaxed grip. I do like the detail on the Two-Face hands, which have extra wrinkling and pitting and what look like boils on them. You get coin holding hands. One good, one scarred. You get trigger figure hands. Again, one good, one scarred. The rubber is kind of stiff. I didn't have too much trouble getting them on the pegs, but you might want to use a hairdryer just to be safe. And again, all these have the appropriate like boils and disfigurements and wrinkling that his scarred version had from the show. And these are my favorite, the coin flipping hands. Clear plastic to represent the flipping motion and the coin on the top. Oddly, on both sides, the scarred version of the coin is what's showing on the top. I wished one was clean and one was scarred. That would have been a nice touch. But as it is, I just love that hand. You also get a separate coin It's tiny. It's easy to misplace. Be careful with it, but it does have a good side and a scarred side. You get 3 additional head sculpts to the one that is installed on him. First off, the kind of, oh my god, I'm insane look, which goes with the straitjacket, which is seen at the end of the Second Chances episode. You get the angry Two-Face look. Here he's either yelling at somebody or just really annoyed. All the sculpting is good. The detail work is good. And it looks like the model sheets. And you also get his hooded look, which is from the end of Two-Face Part 2, where he meets his wife after his disfigurement, and he's trying to hide it from her. A little bit of shell shading down on the side. Not sure exactly how I feel about that. But let's get Two-Face out here and take a slightly closer look at him. All right, here's Two-Face. And he looks pretty good. They've done a very nice job of representing his suit from the animated show. Obviously, it's black and white, so it's pretty simple, but they do have the buttons and the tie is done well. The paintwork is all really clean. Even the paintwork on his face, his hair where it juts out, kind of unruly, and how stylized it is on the Harvey Dent side. They do a little bit of shell shading on the white. He's got the nub on the back, and there is a slight seam line back here, but it's on the back of his head, and it's really pretty unnoticeable. The scarred side is very well done. The boils and burn marks, both on his hands and face, look like they did in the show. He has the black part of the suit and obviously the white part of the shirt coming out from underneath. He does have some pretty big wrist joints. The suit is that thin rubber. I am just not a huge fan of the shell shading they did on this figure. It's minimal, but it looks more just like a stripe than it does actual shell shading. Let's see what he looks like with some different heads. All right, we're going to start off with the angry sculpt. Here he is looking pissed off. And like the standard one, it's very well done. The detail work for what it is all there. It looks like the animated show. It's pretty close to the standard head, just a little bit of mouth opening and more arched eyebrow, but it does give you an effective different expression. From here, we will try out the hooded look. I really kind of like this. Again, that shell shading on the side where it looks just like a stripe, I don't think it was necessary. But it does replicate the look he had from the show very effectively. You can see a little bit of the blue skin sticking out underneath. You can see his crazy eye through the hole in the mask. It's good. Here is the straitjacket look with the crazed expression. Again, very recognizable expression and very well done. To get the straitjacket on, it's really pretty simple. You just separate the body. You pull the legs off. It's got a ball joint. It's tight, but you can do it. And then you basically take the other body and just get it back on the ball joint. It's a little tight, but it doesn't feel like it's going to break. So let's check out articulation. I got a feeling he's going to be kind of limited. Starting with his head sculpt. It goes back to there. Forward, almost not at all. It will pivot to the left and to the right a little bit, and obviously turn. His shoulders, which are separate from the jacket, do have a little bit of a butterfly twist on the front. They'll go all the way around, obviously. Out to the side on ratchets. A single bend elbow, which you can get past 90, but you've really got to kind of push it. You also get some rotation at the elbow joint. The wrist pegs are just kind of your standard wrist pegs, but they are meaty. He has a little bit articulation underneath the jacket, but the jacket being that soft rubber, it really inhibits it. You can twist him. He will twist to the left and to the right, and there's a little bit of pivot, but not much. Getting his legs up are also a challenge because of the jacket. He goes to about there, which is a big walking step, basically. Single bend at the knee doesn't go anywhere near 90, again, because this is hard molded plastic. And the foot has a little bit of pivot, a little bit of forward and back. His legs will go out to there. And there is also a twist at the knee joint. Okay, time for some comparisons, and there are 2 ways to go here. It was a split decision, so I couldn't decide. So I'll show you both. The first way is with other Two-Faces. This is the Hot Toys Dark Knight Two-Face 2.0. They are roughly the same height. And I only have one more Two-Face, which would be 2 to compare him to. And that would be the Mars Toys Batman Forever Two-Face. More vibrant colors, definitely a wilder look. But they're all the same character. But after that, the way to go would be with the other animated series figures. And I have a feeling my light box is going to get full. Starting off with Man-Bat. Then Clayface. Then Bane. Then Phantasm. Then Scarecrow. Then Mr. Freeze. Catwoman. Poison Ivy. Harley Quinn. And the Joker. And there they all are. These guys, when they are set up, they look great together. So, wrapping up on Mondo's Two-Face figure from the animated series. One of the main advantages of these figures is they can give you a ton of different looks for the same character. I honestly thought Two-Face was going to be a little bit bland, but as it turns out, he's one of my more favorite releases from Mondo. Clayface still holds the top because that Clayface figure is just dynamite. But Two-Face is a lot of fun to pose. Even as limited as his articulation is, you can get some pretty character-specific looks from him. Here he is with Poison Ivy, if anybody remembers the old animated show. They dated for a little while, and then she tried to kill him. So it seemed appropriate that those two went together. They look really good together because the style is so consistent. It'll be interesting to see if some third-party company or some licensed company actually makes more cloth animated figures. This would be the S-Hero Batman, by the way. And they look good together, but I could really see Jazz Inc. or somebody doing the cloth Two-Face and really knocking it out of the park. I hope if they do, they keep as many accessories as the Mondo releases do. So if you're a fan of the Batman animated series, and don't mind some joint marks, obviously, I would pick up this figure. He looks great on the shelf, especially coupled with the rest of the releases from this line. The design language between all of them is so consistent. They make a great set. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I do appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe if you would. And I'll catch you on the flip side.